Day 3 at the Everest Base Camp, and you are seeing in the center of the frame the beautiful Kongdari peak. This journey started from Namche and I'm already at Pangboche. Good morning people, 6:40 a.m. and this is day 3. We're here at Namche and the group separates. Me and Shashi are walking ahead. The other individuals will come slowly and gradually. Good morning! Ready? Chalo. Didi bye! Thank you! Bye bye. Yes! Yahoo! The beautiful peaks of Thamserku and Kusum Kangru are visible early morning, and it is quite a flat trail, not much of an elevation gain. You can now see Lhotse on the left of the Chorten, and on the right the staggering giant is Ama Dablam. 1 kilometers, 15 minutes, and you get the very first view of the mighty Mount Everest, the highest point on earth. Oh man, and I can also see Lhotse. It's right here. A good number of peaks visible. We have done some 3.7 kilometers in the very first hour. We're getting closer, guys. We're getting closer. You can go to Gokyo if you take the trail which goes up, and the one that goes down is to the Everest Base Camp. It is actually just 34 kilometers. It is a 24 hours walk, but it is the altitude that requires acclimatization. So Gokyo, EBC. You can see cabbage being grown here at almost 3600 meters. Beautiful natural structures which actually acts as garbage collectors or dustbins. Yeah, you can see the plastic bottles in there. So happy to see this. Yeah, there was no such thing on the Annapurna circuit, but I hope that they don't burn everything, and rather there could be a way that all this is actually carried down. It's a huge path to walk on. Yes. We'll come across your first checkpost, and from here the climb would start. Now we have to climb some 500 meters till Pangboche in a distance of around 2 to 2.5 kilometers. This is going to be a little tough one, I feel. We have done some 7k in the last 2 hours. As we keep getting higher, we actually start seeing how these mountains are all connected on the top. Again, that's the Kongdari right above Pangboche on the other side of the valley. Now guys, the time is 10 a.m. We did some 10 kilometers in the last 3 hours 15 minutes from Namche to Pangboche, but the ascent is quite steep, so that will take some effort. This would be my first sort of meal for the day, so now I'll quickly eat up and move ahead. I can call it as more of a brunch because I don't feel like eating really early morning. So we'll just soak the sun. I'll make sure that my t-shirt is dry because it is wet because of the small backpack. We'll quickly gobble up the food and then we'll start hiking. And this is the beautiful Pangboche monastery. Moving ahead. Nice. and we are here at Pangboche. It is some 14 kilometers from Namche Bazaar. Took us 4 hours 50 minutes. Time is 11:34 a.m. Now the next aim is to quickly hike up to the Ama Dablam Base Camp. For that we'll go down. You can see a bridge over the Kosi river, and we have to hike up, gain 600 meters of elevation. We have already done some 1100 meters for the day. The base camp is situated at 4600 meters. I think by the time I'll reach the base camp, the peak will get covered with clouds. You can see how flat the whole landscape is after 4500 meters, and it will make sense if you will come here before 11 a.m. because then the chances are that there will be zero cloud cover and you will get some magnificent views. We have another 100 meters of climb left. Time is 1:30 p.m. so it is actually 1.5 hours. So I think at my pace the village to the Ama Dablam Base Camp will be under 2 hours, but this is a pace of an individual who is super acclimatized to a great extent even before coming on this trek. As I was hiking continuously in Himachal, I was sleeping at almost 4000 meters. And secondly, I also feel that since I'm hiking full time with practice and over time, the speed has developed, the pace has developed. So if you're a beginner and want to do this trek as an acclimatization trek, then count in some 4 to 5 hours maybe to climb up, and then maybe half the time to descend down. So that will consume half of your day, around 6 to 7 hours. Some magnificent views. But yeah, I couldn't have asked for more. 1:40 p.m. Ama Dablam is covered in clouds, but that's okay. I was able to see this peak since morning. It's turned out to be a very, very amazing day until now. Time is 1:43 p.m. That is 1 hour 45 minutes, and we are here at the Ama Dablam Base Camp. Whoo! Amazing. Not bad. This is so huge. Amazing place to dine in. And actually I guess it totally makes sense that why the base camp is here. First of all is the availability of water. Secondly, it's a big flat ground and there are very less chances of avalanches or rockfalls to a great extent. Ama Dablam Base Camp, now we know why are you here and not a little higher or a little lower. Okay, gee, so 1:56 p.m. 7 hours 14 minutes since Namche Bazaar and a lunch break. Now let's quickly get down to Pangboche, and we'll be facing a lot of wind now because the clouds are rising up from the valley as the sun sets as we progress in the day. The whole valley is covered with cumulus clouds and a little bit of cirrus clouds up here, feather-like clouds, and both these clouds actually signify a clear weather. It is the nimbus clouds that we need to worry about as trekkers and hikers. Here we go! Now when I was at the Ama Dablam Base Camp, I specifically was remembering one person, which is Mr. Surjo. He's a dear friend. I remember him coming to Ama Dablam for his expedition, but due to some circumstances it was not possible to summit the peak, but it is okay, I guess. The peak stays there, Sujo. You will come back here again. But then I was remembering you all along, so I miss you, and I wish you all the best. May you climb peak to peak, and definitely you're an inspiration. Now, what do I really like about climbing up is that you get to run on the downhills, and it is so much fun. It's like solving a puzzle where to keep your feet, keep your heart rate normal, keep talking, avoid any jerks, and just keep your mind open. It feels so good. Lovely. 20k done, guys. The system is running at 130 bpm. Good, nothing to worry. So much of weight, so much. I can't even imagine carrying it for 20 meters. They'll take it all the way up to the base camp. Yeah, so my friends have already found a stay for us. Hello, what's up? This is where we'll be staying, I guess. Ama Dablam view. So I'm back at Pangboche, and it took me 3 hours basically. 1 hour 45 minutes to go up to the Ama Dablam Base Camp, then another 15 minutes to walk around the base camp, and then 1 hour to come down. The statistics for the day are, we have done some 23k, yeah, and the time right now is 3 p.m. I think I can go ahead up to Pangboche, but makes no sense actually, because from Pangboche I wish to go to the Island Peak Base Camp, but then that would be a smaller distance again to do in a day, so therefore it's better to stay here, call it a day, and we all are here, so then it is more fun. So that's it. But Ama Dablam is indeed a good side trail to do. Now guys, this is how the accommodation looks like for day 3. 2 people in 1 room. Bye. And it is 500 in total. So basically it is 250 NPR per person. This is just for the stay, and there is no charging facility inside the room. There is just switch for a small light, maybe this one. None of the rooms will have sockets or points where you can charge your devices. For charging, I think they'll charge another 500 per person or per hour or something like that. Yeah, calling it a day quite early. We'll just relax, rest for some time, soak some sun, and then we'll have our dinner by 7:30. Dal Bath air is at 700 NPR. Dinner time. This is my 6th Dal Bath, day 3. But yeah, good day, good distance, good elevation, good views, and a nice trail to be on day 3.